Have you ever noticed something uncomfortable?
Not dramatic, not catastrophic, just quietly unsettling. Your income slowly increases over time. Your job title improves. Your resume gets better. And yet, your sense of financial safety doesn't. You're not broke. You're not irresponsible. You pay your bills on time. But there's a constant background pressure, a low-level anxiety that never fully disappears. And the strange part is this. From the outside, your life looks successful. So, today, let's talk calmly about why that happens, especially for middle-class and upper-middle-class earners in the US and Europe. Not with motivation, not with tricks, just with clarity. A familiar situation. Let's imagine someone ordinary, not extreme, not careless. Let's call him Daniel. Daniel is 29, or maybe Manchester, UK, or Munich, Germany. The details change. The structure does. Daniel earns about $78,000 a year. After taxes, healthcare, and mandatory deductions, his take-home pay is roughly $4,500 a month. On paper, that's solid. He feels like he did everything right. Went to school, got the degree, entered the workforce, kept progressing. Now let's look at his monthly reality. The quiet math of modern life. Daniel rents a one-bedroom apartment. Not luxury, just clean, safe, and close to work. Rent $1,650. Utilities, internet, phone, $250. Now transportation. Daniel didn't buy a flashy car, just a reliable mid-range one. Car payment, $430. Insurance, $160. Gas and maintenance, $190. That's about $780 just to move around. Now, student loans. Daniel wasn't reckless. He borrowed what was considered normal. Student loan payment, $390. Credit cards? Nothing crazy. A few subscriptions. Some travel. Some emergencies. Minimum plus extra, $210. Food, mostly groceries, some takeout. Utilities quietly add up every month. None of these feel dangerous on their own. Together, they quietly decide your future. By the end of the month, the money is gone, but nothing went wrong. No crisis, no mistakes, just patterns repeating. This is how most financial stress begins, not with disaster, but with comfort. Comfort financed by future money. This is where EMIs and credit cards quietly take control. They don't feel like debt. They feel like lifestyle. But lifestyle debt is still debt, just slower and quieter. Simple math that changes perspective. Daniel upgrades his car earlier than planned. New payment, $580 instead of $430. It's only $150 more per month. Feels harmless. Now, zoom out. $150 per month is $1,800 per year. Over 6 years, that's $10,800. Not including higher insurance, higher maintenance, or opportunity cost. That $150 didn't just disappear. It removed flexibility. One job disruption. One medical issue. One unexpected expense. Suddenly, he's not uncomfortable. He's exposed. Why this happens? Psychology, not intelligence. Humans don't feel risk in long timelines. We feel risk in immediate pain. A $150 payment doesn't hurt today, so the brain labels it safe. Meanwhile,
The loss of long-term security is invisible. No alert, no warning, no emotional trigger.
So desire wins quietly. Not because people are impulsive, but because the system rewards short-term comfort. Lifestyle pressure without luxury.
Daniel isn't chasing luxury. He's chasing normalcy.
A decent car. A modern phone. Occasional travel.
But normal has become expensive.
And social comparison magnifies it.
You don't compare yourself to billionaires.
You compare yourself to coworkers, friends, Instagram peers.
And when everyone around you seems fine, you assume you are too.
Even if no one actually is.
The long-term impact.
Daniel is 39.
Same habits.
Slightly higher income.
Same structure. His expenses scaled with his salary.
His savings exist, but they're thin.
Retirement contributions were postponed. Emergency funds stayed incomplete. Nothing went wrong. But nothing went right either.
He's not in crisis.
He's just permanently dependent on income. This is the real cost.
Not poverty.
Not failure. Dependence. How financially intelligent people think differently.
They don't ask, can I afford this payment?
They ask, what does this commitment remove from my future?
They buy later. They value low fixed expenses, optionality, time control, stress reduction. Not status, not upgrades.
They don't feel deprived.
Because they don't frame restraint as sacrifice.
Discipline isn't restriction, it's clarity. Discipline gets a bad reputation.
But real discipline is quiet.
It's saying no without drama.
It's understanding that every recurring expense competes with peace of mind.
Not with fun, not with happiness, with security.
And security doesn't announce itself.
You only notice it when it's gone.
Desire never disappears, but it can be placed.
The goal isn't to eliminate desire. The goal is to delay it intentionally.
Financially stable people don't deny themselves forever. They just refuse to lock future versions of themselves into obligations. They buy later.
They upgrade slower.
They choose freedom over immediacy. Not because they're disciplined heroes, but because they understand the trade.
The final thought. Most financial stress doesn't come from low income. It comes from rigid commitments made during optimistic moments. The real battle isn't between earning and spending. It's between desire now and security later.
And the difference is rarely visible in the moment. It shows up quietly,
Years down the road, in how calm your life feels. If this perspective helped you see money a little more clearly,
consider subscribing for more calm, rational discussions like this.
No hype.
just clarity.